Howdy y'all and welcome back. The Laser Strike System. So what is it? What's it all about? I wasn't really sure. So Laser Strike reached out to our executive director at LGO, Randy Mion, and asked if he would be interested in checking one of these out. And he referred them to me since doing reviews is what I do. So thank you all for sending it along. No money changed hands, and I'm giving you my just honest opinion of what this thing is. So regular viewers will know that I fairly recently had picked up a pink Rhino laser training cartridge. And regular viewers will also know that I'm a very analog dude. One of my big picks with the Mantis systems is that I don't really like to have to get my phone involved with my dry practice. I like to kind of detach, to unplug, and like be away from the technology while I'm doing my dry practice. Unless I'm making a video. But so I get the Mantis thing, and if it's getting you to do more dry practice, then rock on, use your Mantis. That's not what I'm here to. But for me, I like a very dumbed down kind of caveman, whatever, and was really reluctant to ever even try a laser training cartridge till I got a red dot, or green dot in my case. And then all of a sudden it makes sense. So if you're using one of these with iron sights, you shouldn't really actually see where the laser is printing because it should be obscured by your front sight if you're doing it right. But with a red dot or green dot, you can see it flash just in front of your dot. So you're confirming your hits, and I'm like, yeah, that's pretty cool. I get that, like right on. So I've been enjoying adding this into my dry practice regimen, and I'm still in the first year of using a dot on a pistol, so like still trying to burn in that muscle memory and get it all dialed in. So I come downstairs this morning to set this thing up, and I'm like, well, first thing I got to do is like find out what kind of batteries it uses, right? It doesn't. It's just a reflector. So that's kind of cool because it's, again, super analog, right? So let's take it over to the table and I'll show you what they sent me. All right, so the right half of your screen here are the contents that came in the package. This over here I already owned, to include the laser bullet. This is the pink Rhino. Slightly different, but pretty much the same as what they would include in their all-inclusive package. And they did only send one of these reflective targets. On their website, the packages that they offer come with two of these. You also get these reducing circle, I forget what they call them exactly, but the idea here is that you're just shrinking your target size if you are limited in like how far away you can put the target, or if you just want to practice your pinpoint precision. That gives you a few different options. And it comes with this stand, which you assemble yourself. It's pretty self-explanatory and simple. And the top of the stand is a magnet that gives you a just handy little place to set up your target. It also comes with an extra magnet and some sticky, and I've got that already mounted on the wall. So I'm going to be practicing using my back wall here in the garage. You've got some instructions. One other little pro tip, I like to use these little Rogers anti-lock devices in my magazines. Number one, when I put these in here, it lets me, like I am 100% sure I do not have live rounds in my magazine. So it's just sort of a preventative step, but it allows you to, and yes, we're safe and clear. It allows you to recharge the gun with a magazine in place without having to use your slide lock and get locked back and all that. So, and like I said, the pink Rhino I already had. Checking out their website though, I would definitely recommend, if you don't already have a laser bullet, to get their all-inclusive package because it looks like a way better deal. All right, so I moved some stuff around, closed my garage door to kind of replicate what you would see indoors in your dry practice session. Outdoors in the bright sunshine, obviously the reflector doesn't pop quite as much. I can see it with my human eye, but it's a little faint on camera, so I wanted to kind of show you more what you would see if you were using it at home. So here we go. And with this size reflector, at the distance, I'm at probably 8 feet or so from the target. It's almost too big, so let me jump around real quick, and I'm going to put in the little tiny insert guy. Let's try that. So now I have greatly reduced the size of my target. Oh yeah, and that was a miss. And another miss. There we go. So, and I kind of like that with the black there. Obviously, you could see when I was missing, you see my laser hit, not hit. So, keeping you honest. So something like that. All right, so here is the intermediate size. So that's the little small guy I was trying there at the end. I feel like this is the sweet spot for indoor self-defense target size. It's a little more forgiving than this little guy, but it's not quite as like big and dummy easy as the full reflector. So, all right, so what is my honest opinion of this product? First of all, any product that gets you doing more dry practice, I feel like is a good thing. I also feel like dry practice has limitations, but generally speaking, more dry practice is going to improve your shooting more than no dry practice. So that's a whole maybe other video, but do your dry practice. And if using any kind of a system, whether it's a Mantis or this Laser Strike or whatever you got, if it helps you do more of that, then that's a win. As to the price, I feel like the price of the basic kit, the one, it's like $60. It's 2 of these things plus the accessories. I feel like that's just a little bit high. But I feel like the kit that comes with the laser bullet at $90 is like dead on a great value. So if you don't already have a laser training bullet and you're looking for something to kind of jazz up your dry practice, I feel like that is a good value, because just the Pink Rhino cartridge itself cost me like 45, I think maybe almost 50 with tax and shipping and everything. So at the $90 price point, I feel like now you're getting kind of the whole system together, and that brings down the price of the rest of the components, and I feel like that's about right. So if that's just me being honest, maybe I'm cheap, whatever, but that's just how I feel about it. I feel like 60 for just these things is a touch high, but if you have no laser training, anything going on, get the whole package. I think it's a win. Do your dry practice, eat your vegetables, all that good stuff, and until next time, be easy, y'all.